You might think money can buy anything, but some Rolls-Royce cars were never made for ordinary rich people. These are the models built for the ultra elite, and today we're counting down the top 10 most expensive Rolls-Royce cars only billionaires can own. Number 10. Rolls-Royce Dawn. With a price that started at roughly $350,000 before bespoke options, the Rolls-Royce Dawn may open this list, but it still sits in a world most wealthy buyers will never touch. This was Rolls-Royce's 4-seat drophead, built for open-air luxury, and even its roof mechanism was engineered to feel exceptional, opening in just over 20 seconds at speeds up to 50 kilometers per hour, while delivering coupe-like silence when closed. From the outside, the Dawn carries the kind of presence that feels elegant rather than aggressive. Rolls-Royce gave it 80% unique body panels, a long bonnet, a clean shoulder line, and a soft top shape designed to look beautiful both up and down. That matters, because this car was never meant to feel like a compromised convertible. It was built to look expensive from every angle. Inside, the focus is less on gimmicks and more on the kind of craftsmanship buyers at this level actually pay for. Rolls-Royce designed Dawn to carry 4 adults in comfort, not just 2, and that alone separates it from most luxury convertibles. The cabin can also be commissioned with hallmark Rolls-Royce details like the Starlight headliner, while technology such as a head-up display and a heat detection system adds another layer of high-end usability. Under the hood, the Dawn uses a 6.6-litre V12 producing 563 horsepower and 780 Nm of torque, enough to take it from 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.9 seconds. But the real appeal is not raw speed. It is the way the car delivers performance with quiet effortlessness, which is exactly what a Rolls-Royce buyer expects. And for the kind of person buying one, the Dawn is not simply a luxury convertible. It is a daily drivable expression of serious wealth, taste, and open-top comfort, something even Rolls-Royce owners have described as a car they use regularly, not just save for special occasions. That is exactly why it earns its place on this list. Number 9. Rolls-Royce Wraith. With a price that started in the low to mid $300,000 range before bespoke options, the Rolls-Royce Wraith sits at the lower end of this countdown. But even here, we are still talking about a car built for buyers living far beyond normal luxury. It was introduced as the most powerful Rolls-Royce of its time, which immediately made it feel different from the brand's more traditional chauffeur-focused models. From the outside, the Wraith carries a much darker and more dramatic personality than a typical Rolls-Royce. The fastback roofline, long bonnet, and wide planted stance give it the kind of presence that feels expensive before it even moves. It looks less like a car chosen for pure comfort, and more like one selected by a buyer who wants prestige with a sharper edge. Inside, the Wraith mixes classic Rolls-Royce craftsmanship with technology that actually matters. The cabin could be commissioned with the Starlight headliner, and Rolls-Royce also gave it features like a head-up display, keyless opening boot, adaptive headlights, 360-degree camera assistance, night vision support, and active cruise control. These are the kinds of details that make the car feel luxurious, not just in design, but in the way it supports the person driving it. Under the hood, the Wraith uses a 6.6-litre twin-turbo V12 producing around 624 horsepower, and one of its most interesting features is the satellite-aided transmission. Using GPS data, the car can predict the road ahead and pre-select the right gear before the driver even reaches a bend, roundabout, or junction. That is a huge part of why the Wraith became so respected. Not just because it was fast, but because it delivered power with intelligence, smoothness, and the kind of effortless control Rolls-Royce buyers expect. For the buyer, the Wraith is not just an expensive coupe. It is a Rolls-Royce for someone who still wants the handcrafted luxury and status of the brand, but in a form that feels more personal, more powerful, and far more driver-oriented. And that is exactly why it earns its place on this list. Number 8. Rolls-Royce Ghost. Starting at around $400,000, the Rolls-Royce Ghost moves this countdown deeper into a world where luxury stops being a reward and starts becoming a way of life. At this price point, ownership is no longer about simply buying an expensive car. It is about entering a class of wealth where comfort, privacy, and presence are expected at the highest possible level. From the outside, the Ghost takes a more restrained approach than some of the other models on this list. Its clean body lines, imposing grille, long proportions, and perfectly balanced shape give it a look that feels confident without trying too hard. It does not rely on flash. Instead, it carries the kind of quiet authority that suits a buyer whose status is already secure. Inside, the Ghost is where Rolls-Royce begins to show just how seriously it treats modern luxury. The cabin is wrapped in soft leather, finely crafted wood, brushed metal accents, and the signature starlight headliner that transforms the roof into something closer to a private night sky. It also features Rolls-Royce's illuminated fascia, where the dashboard itself glows with a subtle handcrafted light display, adding another layer of exclusivity that most luxury cars cannot even imitate. Rear passengers get a space designed more like a private suite than a second row, with deep comfort, advanced entertainment controls, and the kind of calm isolation that makes the outside world almost disappear. Power comes from a 6.75-litre twin-turbo V12, producing around 563 horsepower, giving the Ghost effortless performance without ever disturbing its composure. It does not feel aggressive or urgent. It feels smooth, silent, and completely in control, exactly the way a car like this should. For the buyer, the Ghost is not about loud wealth. It is about arriving in something that reflects serious money, refined taste, and complete confidence. It may not be the most dramatic Rolls-Royce on this list, but it is absolutely one of the clearest examples of why true Rolls-Royce ownership belongs to a level of luxury most people will never touch. Number 7. Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Starting at around $400,000, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan takes this list in a very different direction, because this is what happens when one of the world's most prestigious luxury brands decides to build an SUV for the ultra-rich. Even before options and bespoke customization, the Cullinan already sits in a price range that places it far beyond normal luxury ownership. From the outside, the Cullinan looks exactly the way a Rolls-Royce SUV should. Its upright grille, massive proportions, high ride height, and perfectly clean body lines give it a presence that feels dominant, expensive, and impossible to ignore. It does not look athletic in the traditional sense. It looks powerful in a way that feels effortless, as if it was built for buyers who expect to go anywhere without giving up status. Inside, the Cullinan feels more like a private executive lounge than a sport utility vehicle. The cabin is filled with hand-stitched leather, polished wood veneers, precision metal details, and Rolls-Royce's signature starlight headliner, creating an atmosphere that feels rich from every angle. For buyers in the rear, Rolls-Royce also offers the individual seat configuration, transforming the back into a more personal luxury space with separate seats, a fixed center console, and a champagne cooler with whiskey glasses hidden inside. Details that make it clear this SUV was built for a level of comfort very few vehicles can match. Under the hood, the Cullinan is powered by a 6.75-litre twin-turbo V12 producing around 563 horsepower, giving it strong performance despite its size. But the real magic is not speed alone. It is the way this SUV floats over rough roads with the same calm, silent authority you would expect from a Rolls-Royce sedan. For the buyer, the Cullinan is not just a luxury SUV, it is a statement that even practicality can exist at an ultra-exclusive level. It offers space, comfort, prestige, and presence in a form made for people whose lifestyle demands absolute luxury everywhere they go, which is exactly why it belongs on a list of Rolls-Royce cars only billionaires can truly own. Number 6. Rolls-Royce Dawn Black Badge. Starting at well over $400,000, the Rolls-Royce Dawn Black Badge takes the standard Dawn and pushes it into a far more exclusive bracket. By the time a buyer starts adding bespoke options, this is no longer just an expensive convertible. It becomes the kind of purchase that only makes sense in a lifestyle built around extreme wealth. From the outside, the difference is immediate. The Dawn Black Badge carries a darker, more assertive look, with blacked out detailing that gives the car a sharper and more rebellious character than the regular Dawn. It still has the same elegant proportions and open-top silhouette, but here the design feels more dramatic, more powerful, and much more tailored to a buyer who wants Rolls-Royce luxury with a harder edge. Inside, the cabin still delivers the handcrafted richness expected from Rolls-Royce, but Black Badge gives it a more personal and performance-oriented mood. Buyers can commission bespoke details across the cabin, including customized seat embroidery, tread plates, and the signature Starlight headliner, which uses hundreds of fiber optic lights to create the effect of a star-filled sky above the seats. And if someone wants to make the car feel even more exclusive, Rolls-Royce also offered the Aero Cowling, a removable rear tonneau cover that transforms the Dawn into a more dramatic two-seat roadster-style machine. Under the hood, the Dawn Black Badge uses a 6.6-litre twin-turbo V12, producing 593 horsepower, along with more torque than the standard car. It also gets revisions to the transmission, steering, brakes, and throttle response, which means this is not just a cosmetic upgrade. It feels more urgent, more responsive, and more driver-focused, while still delivering performance with the kind of smoothness that defines the Rolls-Royce experience. For the buyer, the Dawn Black Badge is not about owning a simple luxury convertible. It is about owning a darker, rarer, and more expressive version of Rolls-Royce itself. Something built for people who already have status, already have wealth, and now want their car to reflect a more daring side of that success. That is exactly why it earns its place on a list of the most expensive Rolls-Royce cars only billionaires can truly own. Number 5. Rolls-Royce Phantom Extended Wheelbase. With a starting price that climbs to around $500,000 in extended wheelbase form, the Rolls-Royce Phantom EWB is where this countdown begins to feel truly untouchable. At this level, the car is no longer just expensive. It becomes the kind of purchase associated with heads of state, royals, and buyers who expect the rear seat to feel more important than the driver's seat. From the outside, the Phantom Extended Wheelbase looks exactly the way ultra wealth should look on 4 wheels. The proportions are longer, more formal, and more imposing than the standard car, with that towering Pantheon grille, upright stance, and almost architectural presence, making it feel less like transportation and more like a moving symbol of authority. Inside is where the Phantom EWB justifies its reputation. Rolls-Royce's gallery dashboard allows commissioned artwork to sit behind glass across the fascia, while the Starlight headliner can be tailored into a unique constellation effect above the cabin. Buyers can also specify features like rear fold-out tables, massaging and ventilated rear seats, elevating footrests, a rear cooler with champagne flutes, and even the Phantom Privacy Suite, which adds electrochromic privacy glass, an intercom to speak with the chauffeur, and twin 12-inch rear displays with screen mirroring. Under the hood, the Phantom EWB uses a 6.75-litre twin-turbo V12, producing 563 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. But like every true Rolls-Royce, the story is not about drama. It is about effortless authority, the kind of smooth, silent performance that makes a car this size feel as if it is floating rather than moving. For the buyer, the Phantom Extended Wheelbase is not simply a luxury sedan. It is a private suite, a mobile statement of rank, and one of the clearest examples of why Rolls-Royce ownership rises far beyond normal wealth. This is the point in the list where the brand stops feeling expensive and starts feeling almost unreachable. Number 4. Rolls-Royce Phantom Diamond Edition. Priced in a category where the figure is often revealed only on request, the Rolls-Royce Phantom EWB Mansory Diamond Edition is built for buyers who are no longer shopping for transportation. They are buying status, exclusivity, and a level of luxury that feels completely detached from the real world. From the outside, this car carries the long, commanding presence of the Phantom Extended Wheelbase, but Mansory gives it a far more dramatic identity. Visible carbon fiber across the body, aggressive styling details, an illuminated grille, and sharper aerodynamic elements make it feel more custom, more imposing, and far more exclusive than a standard Phantom. Inside is where the Diamond Edition becomes even more extraordinary. The cabin is wrapped in extremely soft leather with diamond-stitched detailing, while carbon fiber accents, bespoke trim pieces, and a leather carbon steering wheel give the interior a more personalized and high-end feel. And because this is the extended wheelbase version, rear passengers get the kind of space and comfort expected from one of the most elite luxury sedans in the world. In the back, the experience feels closer to a private executive suite than a car. Features like rear entertainment screens, a personal luxury setup for passengers, and a refrigerator compartment with champagne storage and glasses add another level of exclusivity. These are the kinds of details designed for buyers who expect every journey to feel first class, whether they are being driven across the city or arriving at a private event. Under the hood, it retains the power and smoothness of a V12 luxury flagship, delivering performance with the same calm authority that defines every true Phantom. But for the buyer, the real appeal is not speed alone. It is the combination of handcrafted comfort, rear seat prestige, and the feeling of owning something that looks and feels completely outside normal luxury. For the owner, the Phantom Diamond Edition is not simply a high-end sedan. It is a rolling statement of wealth, taste, and extreme personalization. Exactly the kind of Rolls-Royce that belongs on a list of cars only billionaires can truly own. At number 3, the Rolls-Royce Boattail. And what makes this car so special is that it was never created to sit behind glass like a collector's trophy. This is a real, road-going Rolls-Royce, built to be driven, experienced, and enjoyed in the real world, just at a level of luxury almost no one will ever reach. The Boattail is valued at around $28 million, and that number comes from far more than rarity alone. Only 3 were ever made, and each one was developed through Rolls-Royce Coachbuilt, the brand's highest level of bespoke creation, where the client works directly with Rolls-Royce to shape something completely original. That means this is not just another expensive car, it is closer to automotive haute couture, and that is exactly why it costs so much. The price comes from the level of customization, the one-off craftsmanship, the engineering complexity, and the amount of time it takes to build something designed around one person's lifestyle rather than mass production. Feature-wise, this car is on another level. At the press of a button, the rear deck opens in a butterfly-style motion to reveal a hosting suite hidden inside the bodywork. There is also a built-in parasol for open-air occasions, a double refrigerator specially designed to chill the owner's preferred champagne to the exact temperature, and even 2 custom Beauvais timepieces made to be worn or placed into the dashboard. These are not random luxury add-ons. They are part of the reason this car sits so high on the list. Since cars like this are extremely rare, even detailed footage is hard to find, which only adds to the mystery and exclusivity behind them. For the buyer, the Boattail is not just about owning one of the most expensive Rolls-Royce cars in the world. It is about owning something almost no one else can commission, duplicate, or experience. A car built not just around wealth, but around personal taste at the highest possible level. Number 2, Rolls-Royce Sweptail. And unlike a car that exists only as a display piece, the Sweptail was created as a fully functional, road-going Rolls-Royce. Something its owner could actually use, drive, and live with, just on a level of exclusivity almost impossible to imagine. The Sweptail is widely valued at around $13 million, and the reason it cost that much goes far beyond the badge. This was a true one-off commission, built for a single patron through Rolls-Royce Coachbuilt. That means the car was not chosen from a catalogue or lightly customized after production. It was shaped around one client's vision from the very beginning, which is exactly why it became one of the most expensive new cars in the world. That price also reflects the kind of craftsmanship and engineering that normal production cars never have to justify. Rolls-Royce developed the Sweptail with a completely unique body, a yacht-inspired silhouette, and an uninterrupted panoramic glass roof that floods the cabin with natural light. The interior itself follows a minimalist philosophy, but still uses rich materials like Macassar ebony, open-pore paldal, and hand-finished leather, making it feel more like a private luxury environment than a traditional Grand Tourer. And then there are the personal features that explain why this car belongs so high on the list. Behind the coach doors, hidden panniers deploy forward to present made specifically for the owner's personal laptop. The rear section includes a beautifully finished luggage area, while the center console houses a one-off mechanism that, at the touch of a button, presents a bottle of the client's favorite vintage champagne and 2 crystal champagne flutes. These are not generic luxury details. They are built around one person's exact lifestyle, and that level of personalization is a huge part of why the Sweptail became so expensive. When something is built for just one owner, even getting a proper look at it becomes part of the rarity. For the buyer, the Sweptail is not just an ultra-expensive Rolls-Royce. It is a personal statement made real through coach-built design, one-off engineering, and handcrafted details that almost no one else on Earth will ever experience. And that is exactly why it sits this high on the list. Number 1. Rolls-Royce LaRose Noir Droptail. And the name itself tells you why this car sits above everything else on the list. LaRose Noir means the black rose, and it was inspired by the black Baccarat rose, a deep velvet-like flower from France that held special meaning for the commissioning family. That single inspiration shaped the entire identity of the car, which is why this is not just another expensive Rolls-Royce. It is a personal expression turned into a road-going masterpiece. What makes it even more extraordinary is that this was never built as some untouchable display object. The LaRose Noir Droptail is a fully functional 2-seat roadster, created to be driven and experienced in the real world. But it exists at a level of exclusivity almost no other modern car can match, because it is the first of only 4 Droptail commissions and was developed through Rolls-Royce coachbuilt, the brand's highest form of bespoke creation. Its value is widely reported at around $30 to $32 million, and that price comes from far more than just the badge. Rolls-Royce spent years developing it. The exterior paint process reportedly required around 150 iterations to perfect, and the woodwork alone became the most complex parquetry expression in Rolls-Royce history, using 1,603 hand-finished pieces. That level of time, design, engineering, and craftsmanship is exactly why this car became one of the most expensive new cars ever created, and even the special features feel like they belong in a different world. The car includes a removable Audemars Piguet Royal Oak timepiece integrated into the fascia, so the owner can wear it or leave it in the dashboard. Rolls-Royce also commissioned a matching champagne chest specifically designed to present the client's preferred vintage in the right setting. These are not just luxury details, they are the kind of personalized features that only exist when a car is built around one family's lifestyle from the very beginning. For the buyer, the LaRose Noir Droptail is not simply the most expensive Rolls-Royce on this list, it is the highest possible expression of personal luxury, where design, romance, rarity, and craftsmanship come together in a car almost no one else on Earth could ever hope to own. And that is exactly why it takes the number 1 spot. And that was our look at the top 10 most expensive Rolls-Royce cars only billionaires can own. From elegant grand tourers to one-of-one masterpieces, each of them represents a very different level of luxury. Which one stood out to you the most? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more.